أيا طالب العلم قم لا تنم، فإن الزمان انقضى وانصرم، فكن ما حييت ضنينا به، فظنك بالوقت عين الكرم.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I pray you all well, everyone. In front of us is a football pitch inside the Islamic University of Madinah. For those of you that are wondering what can a student do when he's not studying, well, this is one of the things that he can do. He can come and play football. Now, alhamdulillah, the pitch is completely free and available for the students 7 days a week. All a student needs to do if he wants to play on the football pitch is go in to the student affairs and book a time slot. Next to it is the basketball court. For those of you that are interested in basketball, alhamdulillah, it's also free as well. Alhamdulillah, there is both a basketball team and a football team inside the Islamic University of Madinah where a student can sign up and be a part of and represent the Islamic University of Madinah and compete throughout the kingdom. There is also new sports that have been introduced to the Islamic University of Madinah, from them being martial arts and athletics. For many of you that are wondering, is there something a student can do to take his mind off things? Alhamdulillah, there's plenty of things that a student can do here in Medina to take his mind off things. And here in front of us is just some open land, and on the left there is another dorm for the students where they stay. Now here in front of us is the main shop where a student can come and purchase his day-to-day items that he would need. So they call it the baqala. On the left is another dorm, and in front of us, as you can see, beyond that wall is where the teachers stay. It's actually a new section that they built quite recently. So those that wish to live inside the university from the teachers, they can do so, which makes it much more easier for them. Now in front of us here is a shop where a student can come and use the computer, surf the net, print stuff off if he wishes. Now alhamdulillah, on the left here are the different stationery shops where a student can come and purchase different things that he needs for his studies, whether it's pens, pencils, notepads, anything. He can find it here, alhamdulillah, and it makes it very, very easy for the student, and he doesn't need to actually leave the university to get these things. For those of you that know, previously there was a laundrette and two different restaurants that were actually here on the left. Unfortunately, they've closed them down several years ago. On the left here is a new shop. As you can see, the students standing outside. Alhamdulillah, the students can actually also purchase different groceries that they need, which is really, really good. Since the COVID-19 lockdown, it's made it very, very easy for the students to actually get these things. Now, the building in front of us is called Al-Tayyar, which is a travel agency where they print off the tickets for the students throughout the year. The students, alhamdulillah, they have a free ticket to go home every single summer, which is paid for from the university. And if a student wishes to travel during the winter period, then he has to purchase his own ticket. But alhamdulillah, they provide him with a visa. Now, just to clear up a few misconceptions, one of them is that a student has to pay for his ticket after being accepted into the Islamic University of Madinah, and he has to pay for his studies. This is all false. Alhamdulillah, the university give a free scholarship to each student that gets accepted into the Islamic University of Madinah. So as soon as he gets accepted and he's in his country, he gets a free visa and he gets a free ticket to come to Medina and study. To add to that, alhamdulillah, the University of Medina pay for his ticket and give him a free visa in the summer holidays to go back to his country and then return back for the new academic year. Of course, this is all optional, so if a student wishes to stay in the summer holidays, then he can do so, alhamdulillah, as many students have done so. Also, if a student wishes to stay in Islamic University and also study the summer course, which is available for all those that have reached the faculty, then he can do so, which means he will have less hours in the next academic year. Another misconception is that people believe that there is an Islamic university for females to study in Medina. However, this is completely false and it is not true. But having said that, alhamdulillah, there are many, many other institutes where a female can learn the Arabic language and other aspects of the deen and benefit and utilize her time whilst in Medina. But inshallah, that will be a complete separate video where we'll give you more detail about it. Alhamdulillah, most of the institutes are completely free of charge. But of course, a woman coming here to study has to be accompanied by her mahram, and she cannot come alone to study. Now on the right here is the university restaurant where all the students can come and have their breakfast, lunch and dinner. but they need to purchase the coupons for the breakfast, lunch and dinner, so a student can choose. Some students prefer to have just breakfast here, and it costs literally just 2 riyal for breakfast. Some students have just lunch, which costs 2 riyal, and some students just have dinner. So you can choose to have all 3, or you can choose to have 2 or 1. It's all optional. And even eating inside the restaurant is not something that a student has to do. If a student wishes to eat from outside, then he can do so. The building on the right, many of you are familiar with, many of you have actually studied here before, is the Arabic Institute. It was known as the Shu'ba, now it is called the Ma'had. So when a student comes and he doesn't know Arabic, he goes here to this building, which is now the old building. They've got a new building, inshallah, you're going to see later on in the video. It is the main place where a student learns the Arabic language. And of course, this Arabic Institute, a student stays here for 4 semesters, which is 2 years. Some students stay here for 1 year, some students stay here for 1 semester, depending on their level of Arabic. So when you come, you get tested. If your Arabic is really good, they tell you usually to go to the 2nd level or to the 3rd level, or go straight into the faculty. The main book that they actually study inside the Arabic Institute is the Medina book, which is very, very famous and well known to many. And there are other books that they study along with this book, but inshallah that will be a separate video where we talk about that, inshallah. Now many of you are probably wondering, is it enough? 2 years? Can I actually learn the Arabic language in 2 years? Am I going to be fluent afterwards? This all goes back down to how much a student puts in. As the university, alhamdulillah, specifically the Arabic Institute, they give you the keys to actually perfect and better your language. But in terms of how good your language is going to be after 2 years, this goes back down to how much effort you as a student put into learning it outside of the university, and how much you use the language as well. This here is the new building for the Arabic Institute. This is the new building. Many of you that studied here several years ago know this building to be the Faculty of Hadith, but now they've changed it and made it the new building for the Arabic Institute. A lot of you are probably wondering, what's the minimum age that a student can actually apply for the Islamic University, and what's the maximum age? Well, it's 16 years old. 16 years old, you can actually apply for the university, and many brothers have actually been accepted and come to the university when they're 16 years old. Now, the maximum age is 25. However, in some cases, alhamdulillah, the university have been lenient with actually accepting people that are above the age of 25. Some students come here and they don't have high school certificates. For these students, they will need to enter, after completing the 2-year course in the Arabic Institute, they will need to enter high school, which is called a Thanawi. So they will study their general knowledge, math, science, English, history, in Arabic language of course, and afterwards they will then choose the faculty that they wish to go to, and they will study there. This here in front of us here is the Saudi post, where if a student wishes to send something to his country, then he can use this service, alhamdulillah, or he can use other services outside the university. A lot of people, when they go on the website of Medina University and they try to apply and they see the maximum age is 25, they think, you know what, just might as well forget it, there's no point, I'm not going to get considered anyway. This is completely false. Alhamdulillah, we all know that everything is in the hands of Allah. So I always tell people and advise people, just apply, you've got nothing to lose at the end of the day. And alhamdulillah, if you do come here to the University of Medina, then you better your chances in being accepted. And I myself personally know a brother who came and got accepted to the University of Medina, and he was 50 years old. So alhamdulillah, nothing's impossible. This building in front of us is the university clinic, which is available to both the teachers and the students of the Islamic University of Medina. And alhamdulillah, it's completely free of charge. This section is the female section, and it is for those that live with their wives and their kids. Alhamdulillah, they can bring them here to get checked up if needed. Next to it is the male section for all the students living inside or outside of the university. And alhamdulillah, there is a pharmacy inside the university if a student needs to get prescribed specific medication. Something is more serious, may Allah preserve us all and keep us all safe and healthy, then a student will get transferred from this clinic to the local hospital, which is close to the university. Now this building here is a building that many students were happy to see open. Those of you that have used it know exactly what I'm talking about. Some students before, what they would do, they would study in their rooms, and some people would study in the haram. Every student is different. As soon as this building opened up, it made it very, very easy for those that want just a quiet place to study to actually come and just pick a corner and study inside this library. For those that need to do research or those that just want a quiet place to study, even borrowing books, alhamdulillah, is all available in this library. For those of you that didn't know, then alhamdulillah, the noble Shaykh, may Allah have mercy on him, Shaykh Albani rahimahullah, he left his books to the Islamic University of Madinah for people to benefit after him, and alhamdulillah, it's available within this library, so the students that want to come and read from the works of the Shaykh, then they can do so. This bit here is the back of the main entrance of the university, and on the right there is the ATM machine if a student needs to come and take out money. On the left, mashallah, beautiful palm trees, and in front of us, this is the main entrance of the Islamic University of Madinah. I hope inshallah you enjoyed this exclusive tour of the Islamic University of Madinah. So don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.